Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Welcome to another episode of Past the Rock.
New week, man.
Hmm.
How you feeling, bud?
Not good, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm not very happy right now, man.
You want to talk about it?
I don't know, bro.
You sure?
We can talk about it later. Just know I think I was overconfident this weekend,
Okay.
and I'll get into everything.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not overconfident.
Man.
Anyways, man, you got something for us, right? What you got?
Oh yeah, man. Icebreaker today. We're doing another draft. This time, football, but with a twist.
Football. The twist is crazy.
So basically, we're gonna draft only female celebrities.
And what are the positions?
We're going QB, 1 running back, 2 receivers, 1 tight end. Basic offense.
All right, bet. Who you want to start?
You want to go first? I went first last time.
Do I have to start with
You can start with anybody.
any position?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start my running back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Krishan Rock. I'm gonna go Krishan Rock.
That's such
She's-
a random pick.
Bro, she's willing to lose her teeth. She's a crash out.
She
I
actually played women's.
I need a crash out, bro. I
That's
need
crazy.
someone who's gonna crash out behind that line.
Crazy. I'm gonna just go ahead and get it out the way. I feel like in this position, she'll be a mismatch in it. So I'm gonna draft Megan Thee Stallion at tight end.
Of course, you're gonna go Megan Thee Stallion at tight end.
I mean, that's a big girl. It's 5'10", man. Who gon' how you gonna cover her?
All right. So now I gotta find somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I need to really think about this. I'm gonna come back to that one. Okay, so am my wide receiver one, or was my first wide receiver? I actually don't know, bro.
There's a lot of people out there, man. There's a lot of celebs.
At my receiver, actually, at my quarterback, bro, give me Beyonce. I feel like the whole team is gonna listen to her. They all look up to Beyonce. Like,
Yeah.
she's a great,
You don't think she's gonna get toxic and ruin the team chemistry? No.
I don't know, bro. We're gonna have to figure it out. But they all listen to Beyonce. I don't know. Krishan Rock might crash out behind that though, so I don't know.
All right.
So we'll see.
All right, man. So at my wide receiver one, I'm gonna go with Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to go with Taylor Swift at the quarterback, but I was like,
Because Travis Kelce probably at home teaching her some
So you
footwork
think
or
she's
something.
going to be your wide receiver one?
Oh yeah.
She probably runs like a 6'5".
Hey man.
Like, bro, that's not a bad pick though. That's not a bad pick at all. This is why I start. This is why I start getting unfair. All right, so I'm gonna switch to tight end. At my tight end, let's go ahead and get me someone like maybe Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
Robin.
Yeah,
She tall?
Yeah, she's at least 5'10",
Really?
and you saw her. She's at least throughout the whole show. She was insane. I keep forgetting what her real name is. Corbin Corbin something.
We'll get
Corbin
that fact check.
Smart
We'll get
something.
that fact
Yeah.
check.
But yeah, she give me her a tight end. She's physical.
All right. My wide receiver two. We just know her by one name, and give me Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Yep.
What are you doing here,
Dude, trust the process.
bro?
Trust the
This
process.
is your wide receiver too.
This is my wide receiver two.
I just picked my tight end, right?
Yeah.
I picked my tight end, my quarterback. Actually, nah, bro. Beyonce can play wide receiver, bro. She's not playing quarterback. Screw that. She'll just be the team captain. Yeah, she can play wide receiver. So I'm gonna pick my wide receiver too, because my quarterback, I really got to think about this one. My wide receiver two, I got Beyonce. She's also very athletic. She can move. I need somebody who's I need like a vertical threat here. So I think, actually, I don't know. With my wide receiver two, give me boy. Who can I go with? There's always somebody out there, man. See, this is not easy, man.
See, you got to do the draft prospect before the draft. man.
No. There's no way. There's no way. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead before me. I'm not finna just
Oh,
waste.
you
somebody's
traded me
time.
your pick?
Just switch it up, bro.
All right, man. For my quarterback. Hey, man, you got to think about this one. Just trust me on this one. My quarterback, Michelle Obama, man.
Okay.
You see the vision? You
Yeah,
see the vision?
I see what you're doing.
She's going to get the team to rally around her.
But can she throw the ball?
Hey, it's Michelle Obama.
Can she throw the football?
She probably can. All those times that she shut off the TV, so we had to go play outside. We were forced to go play outside. I hope she can throw the football.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, bro. She's gonna be out there giving y'all a lot of leadership, but throwing the football, y'all gonna have to figure it out. Okay. I think at my wide receiver 2, give me Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, she seems athletic. Wide receiver 2, so I think she can move out of there.
She's flexible, She might have some, hidden gems that we don't know, something like that.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
And so, do I double back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so I got to pick my quarterback, and I don't know. Quarterback, this is gonna take a lot of decision making.
All right.
I got to think about someone who's. What's up with all these people and not like having, you know what, bro? You quarterbacks, we don't need to talk. Bro, I mean, score. Who's gonna? Let me just take Patrick Mahomes' wife. I mean, we're gonna figure it out. Like, she has to know something.
Yeah,
she has to know something.
That's not a terrible pick.
She has to know something, bro. There's no way in hell she doesn't know anything. She's been around him. She's been with him since high school or something like that.
And
she knows something.
Athlete in college
yeah,
too.
Yep. I'm going Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend.
All right, at my running back
or wife. Sorry.
Just for fun, let me get Chloe Bailey.
That's not a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad one at all.
Okay.
That's not a bad. I don't know how I feel about my team, bro. I don't know how I feel about my team, but I was finna make. Actually, let me not say what I'm about to say. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on, man. I definitely think. You want to pick a coach for good measure?
No, I thought you had one more pick.
No, I already picked my 2 receivers, my tight end, my quarterback, my running back.
Who's your running back?
Christian Rock.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot.
Christian Rock, bro. Just gonna crush out back there. Yeah. I'm telling you right now. But anyways, man. Back to the reason why I'm not in the best mood today. My dear Ohio State Buckeyes have disappointed me this weekend. And I think they're disappointing me in the worst fashion ever. Mm-hmm. Like, I told you it was always going to be a good game.
Yeah.
So I was right. Mm-hmm. Regardless, I knew it was going to be a good game.
Indeed.
It was going to be a good game.
Absolutely.
But I thought we were going to win. And I think we should still have won. I don't want to drag it, but it's just like, there's a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to pick on what we did wrong. There's a few things. Like, the play calling in that last drive was very questionable. Like, I don't know. I don't really like, it was going well, and we're moving the ball down the field. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the OPI, which I'm not going to say that's not a OPI. Not saying it's not. And I understand that, don't risk a penalty if you don't want to get the call. I get all that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like these refs need to stay consistent, bro. Because what are you going to call it or not? Like, I don't know. Because it's like, yes, it was OPI enough. It was enough, like, to throw a flag or whatever. But it's just one of those things to where they don't throw these flags sometimes. So because a lot of times when that happens late in the game, they will say, let these boys play, blah, 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 I get, like, bro, so it's like, it's either you let him play or you don't. Like, either you let him play, and every single time you let him play, or you call it every single time. You can't go back and forth. And I don't want to hear you saying that they're always going to call that, because no, we've seen that multiple times and it didn't get called. And I promise you, bro, I watched the video back. The OPI, the way you made it seem like this guy shoved him to the ground. That's the only thing I call a blended OPI, because OPI is so skewed. A PI on its own is so skewed. So an OPI is very, very particular. They're very particular about calling that play. That's why they don't call it much.
But the reason why I said it was an egregious OPI is because he extended his hands. Once you do that, the refs are gonna automatically.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand that, but it's like, bro, so the DB engaged, bro. Like, he did. Like, I'm not saying it's not OPI or whatever. Like, and I get it. I'm probably talking from the perspective of a fan. I get it, but it's just like, bro, the defense I think I would have had a better understanding if he engaged it, But like it was one of those things to where it was like it was a reaction from what was given to him, but his reaction was maybe just a tad bit higher, if that makes sense. But it's just like, bro, like I've seen that very play. I've seen that very penalty happen multiple times towards the end of the game in different levels of football, and they always say, "Oh, we're just gonna let him play." But like most of the time, keep in mind, most of the time when people lose a game, if it's or when it's late in the game and a PI is called, what's most likely the PI? Well, generally, of course, the PI is most likely on defense, but like majority of the time, bro, they don't even call PIs that late in the game unless it's just very, very blatant. Like there's a level of blatant that they look for or that is usually being called. I don't think that was on that level. But sure, I get it. He shouldn't have committed a PI or whatever. It is what it is. But the part that really pissed me off was Will Howard and his decision making in that last drive. Those last two plays, the first one he threw a wild ball out of bounds. That ball was never, I'm surprised they didn't call intentional grounding. That ball was not going to see any receiver. Like the ball wobbled out of bounds. Mm-hmm. And then 6 seconds on the clock. We snapped the ball. We have two of the most dangerous running back in college football who are probably going to go in the first round of the NFL draft next year. And Quishon Judkins and Trevon Henderson, two of the most electrifying running backs. Business is booming in the backfield. Mm-hmm. And you tell me you can't come out in a crazy-ass gun formation to where you have both those backs in the backfield, or at least one of them. You have my guy, you have receivers spread out. Bro, we were at a point of the field to where it was like they couldn't run commit, but they couldn't commit to the pass either. They had to play an all-around defense. There's that portion of the field where like a team can really do anything. I think we could have ran the ball. We could at least try to run the ball. I know we didn't have any timeouts. I think we could have, if not tried to run the ball, throw a screen pass, something. But I think we were really, really like making questionable passes. And even some of the passes that were completed that was leading us downfield, some of them looked very like questionable. It was like, bro, that was dangerous. And then you run the ball with 6 seconds left with the quarterback. Will Howard starts running the ball, slides like we have the timeout, which we don't. And it's the fact that like, bro, come on, bro. You were standing there for like 3 seconds, maybe 4. Then you proceed to run the ball for another 3 seconds. Did you really think that you had time to slide, get up, get your team together, and spike the ball? What are we doing here? That was very dumb. I hated that. My thing is like, bro, the moment you snap the ball, you didn't run it immediately, throw the ball in the air. Give us a chance. At least give us a chance, because you either in situations like that, you either throw a quick corner out of bounds or you throw it into the end zone. He didn't do any of those. That's what pisses me off about that game. We lost the game when it came down to it, and then our defense, after we already scored, our defense didn't do a good job. They scored too fast. That's my take, man. Actually, let's end the episode right here.
Nah, it's my time.
It's time.
Nah, it's my time.
All right, guys, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. First off, let's just get this out the way. If y'all could just pan the camera right here. Get him right in the center. And if y'all can, squint your eyes a little bit and just picture him in all blue. Just all blue. All Michigan blue. Because
I was crossing my legs like this when we made the bet. We shook our hands.
Impossible. If you look at the people are gonna hold you accountable.
Oh boy.
So man, I'm gonna ask you the hard hitting questions, man. How did it feel, bro? How did it watching everything go down?
A bus.
They got hit by a bus.
Got hit by a bus.
Do you think your title contention is over?
No, not even close. What?
You're not? You think you're gonna see Oregon again in the playoffs?
And we're not gonna lose to Oregon twice. Ohio State does not lose to the same people twice in that kind of fashion. Mm-hmm. Years back when we lost to Clemson in heartbreaking fashion in playoffs, when Chris Olave ran out, it was supposed to go in. What was it? It was supposed to go in, but he ran out, and Justin Fields read the in, threw a pick. Next year, what happened to Clemson? We killed them. Even though they tried to kill Justin Fields, we killed them. I don't know. The next time we see Oregon, it's not gonna be funny, bro. And like, bro, they played at home, bro.
Yeah, man. You said it should, but
And
last
Dylan
week,
Gabriel is not as good as we think he is, by the way.
he showed me. It was a tough game for both.
Did you
teams.
watch him?
Yeah,
Did you watch him early in the game?
yeah. I
He
watched the
wasn't.
entire
So he
game.
played well the
I
whole
don't think
game.
he played well. I
Okay.
don't think.
Thank you.
But I think he played good enough to win.
I'm not talking about the team. That's the team. The team played good enough to win. Him.
He played good
I'm
enough
not
to
saying
win.
he's not good. I'm just saying he's not as good
He
as we
drove
think
the
he
ball
is.
down the field when it mattered the most and got them in field goal range.
So
with a
automatically
very
that
little
makes
time.
him as good
No,
as we
no,
think
no,
he
no,
is.
no. He played good enough to win, and it was a bad game on his part.
So he's
against
not
the
as good as we
excellent
think
team.
he is.
No. If that was a bad game against an excellent team and he still was able to go down the field on a game-winning drive and get the field goal, I would hate to see what a good game is.
You're a top 5 for the Heisman, bro. I'm not giving you if this was a bad game or if you played like this against a no. If you're gonna win a Heisman, I want you to show up every game and show me that you're a Heisman contender.
He showed up. They won. He the only reason why they got down the field.
Specifically,
He showed up. He didn't show up at the end of the fourth quarter.
dude. I'm talking. We're not just gonna look at that alone. If someone throws 3 picks and throws a game-winning touchdown, does that mean he had a good game?
Hey, man.
I'm not saying he did it, but I'm just saying like. I'm not saying he played bad, but he didn't play to a Heisman caliber, and I hope that's his only game that he plays like that. Because if not, then he's not as good as we think he is.
I think Dylan Gabriel's a great quarterback. I think it's just a testament.
A great quarterback.
Yes, I just think it's a testament to what Ohio State can do on defense, which they can pretty much throw.
No, we did. We played a terrible defensive game. They scored 30+ points on us, and we had no sacks.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen with 2 top 4 teams. Like you're gonna put up points, but like you're talking about the best athletes in the country.
But
going
I'm
at it.
saying, bro. If you're saying, like, bro, he played against. You were using the point that okay, he played against our greatest. He played against a great defense in Ohio State, which is fine. But we didn't play well at all. Our defense played bad. If that was fantasy, our defense would probably have negative points.
So then
we had 0 sacks, no takeaways. We allowed 30+ points. That is as bad as it gets when it comes to defense.
There's a contradiction here because if he played bad, but he still put up 30 points, and y'all didn't get no takeaways or a sack.
I mean, it wasn't
which one
all
is
like,
it?
but that's what I'm. Okay, so was the 30 points all passing?
I'm not saying that 30 points
Exactly.
are all passing.
So you can't use that.
But then you kind of just like he played against a tough team. That's probably the hardest team he's gonna play all year.
What I'm saying, it's not the reason why it's not contradicting is because one, it's an offensive game. The whole offense played well, or like the whole offense put those points on us, including running backs, wide receivers, all of that. And I bet you if you go look at the film or whatever, it's not like every throw he made was like outstanding. You know,
No,
sometimes
wasn't.
your best players just make good plays. And I just criticized so I'm not being biased because I just criticized my quarterback, and I told you how my quarterback played. But my thing is like, I don't think you're hearing me. He's not as good as we think he is so far. Like because if you're gonna use the instance of saying like, okay, we have a good defense, but our defense didn't even play good. So it's like it's not like he played like that because our defense was on him. We weren't.
So that's
So
the case.
so if you were playing, I say all that to say this: if you're saying, like, if you're playing against a defense who's not performing well, and you still don't perform great because you said he's a great quarterback. If he doesn't perform great, then what are we talking about?
So what did he do that was terrible?
I mean, watch the film, bro. There was some questionable throws. There was some questionable decisions. There were some like throws to where I was like, dude, why can't you make that? Like, what are you doing?
But it's like
And like I said, it's not that he played bad. He just didn't play to the level that I thought. Because Dylan Gabriel. I expect to see, like Ashton Jeanty. You see what he's doing. You see what Jalen Miro has been doing, even though lately. But you see what he's been doing. You see what Cam Ward has been doing. That's what I want to see from
Dylan Gabriel.
And I haven't seen it.
But
So that's my point.
So I think it's gonna be one of those decisions where it's like you gotta, with those games like that, when you play tough opponents like that, that's the toughest opponents you're gonna see. That's a championship level game that you played. If you did that to do enough to get a win, I think might not be your best performance, but we shouldn't look down on it because at the end of the day, he played a top 4 team. He was able to go down in a game-winning drive, high-stakes situation, probably the most televised game that day, and was able to get the dub down. To me, he did everything that he needed to do, and he proved everything that he needs to prove that I can play in these big games and get the job done. You know?
Yeah, but I can play in these big games and get the job done, but I don't know if I can win the Heisman yet. That's my point. I'm not saying he can't play in these big games. He's been playing in big games. He played at OU. He played big games.
He's not my favorite to win the Heisman, but
I'm just saying he's not
a
as good as
quarterback.
you said. No. I'm going to hold you accountable.
He's a great quarterback. Yes,
he's a great quarterback.
He's going to go top. He's going to be one of the first quarterbacks taken off the board. Yes. Who else?
Over who?
I said one of the first, not meaning the first, meaning Jalen Milroe will probably go first, and then he'll be 2 or 3.
2.
Who?
Dude, Cam Ward is gonna go after. If at the rate that Cam Ward is moving, he's gonna go over Dylan Gabriel for sure. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm the biggest fan of this, but nepotism. They're probably gonna pick Shedeur over him too.
They're probably gonna pick who?
Shedeur Sanders. Nepotism. It's gonna work, unfortunately.
Well, Shedeur is a whole different case in itself. Shedeur's actually he's pretty good quarterback, but I don't think they're gonna take.
I think the way things are going, if Jalen Milroe is continuing to play at this level, which I don't even know if Jalen Milroe will be the first quarterback gone, because you also have to, even though at this point in time we're not too sure about him yet, Carson Beck could light up the rest of the season, and if he does, that's why I'm saying first off or second QB off the board.
I'm not drinking the Carson Beck. I'm not even worried about that.
You know I'm not doing that, but I just don't know if Dylan Gabriel is going to be the second QB off the board, but we'll see. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. NFL football. A lot has happened in this very day, actually. 3 things have happened today. Number 1, Davante Adams traded to the Jets. Number 2, Amari Cooper traded to the Bills. Number 3, our very, 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 very interesting. The owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, had some comments for a radio reporter who asked him questions about offseason moves, and he pretty much implied that he was going to fire the guy and get someone else to do his job. And he was just very, very defensive about the whole situation. But we'll start off with Davante Adams. What do we like this trade?
If you're a Jets fan, yeah. If you love this trade, if you're a Jets fan. If you're any fan, if you're a fan of the Bills, the Miami Dolphins, who else is in that division? Bills, Miami Dolphins, and the Pats. You hate that trade because that's the worst thing. Like, you gave Aaron Rodgers, who can pretty much play with almost nobody around him, you gave him his favorite target to throw to back. Like, yeah. And they have, like, a chemistry like no other. Like, I can't think of a bigger wide receiver chemistry in this modern day, especially back when they're on Green Bay, that it is better than Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers.
No, for sure. I think in the aspect of them reuniting and having that chemistry, I think it's a great thing. Maybe we can get to see obviously, it's not. I don't know. Maybe we can get to see like a Tom Brady and Gronk reunion at the Bucks. But here's my only thing. I think it's just more of what are we really doing? As a Jets fan, I would be excited because it's Davante Adams. Like, if we got Davante Adams, I'd have been excited. You know, it's Davante Adams. But with the Jets specifically, what are we really doing? Like, it's like, okay, we already have Garrett Wilson, who we had agreed was our future star, our future, all-in wide receiver. And then we said, okay, let's go get Aaron Lazard because Aaron Rodgers wants him. Yeah. We said, let's go get Mike Williams. At some point in time, we have Xavier Gibson, of course. At some point in time, we had, what's his name? He just left. We had Miko Hardman also in that wide receiver room. We also had Randall Cobb in that same wide receiver room at some point in time. Yeah. So my thing is just like, what are we doing? Like, what's up? Like, why is it the same? Like, how much wide receivers does he need? Like, how much wide receivers do you want? And you still have running backs. You still have a great running back So what are we doing here? So I think that's my confusion, and I just want to see how it works because Garrett Wilson's gonna want the ball, and for fantasy owners who own Garrett Wilson, you're probably feeling mixed right now because one, you're worried that Davante Adams is gonna start stealing the show, but you could also be like, maybe now double team Davante Adams, leaving Garrett Wilson open. But it's like, what happens to the rest of the guys? Like, what are they gonna do with those guys?
Davante, for the other wide receivers, he makes their job a lot more easier because I still believe that he's a top 3, one of the best route runners in the league.
Yep.
I think another thing that goes with it is not only does he he makes the job easier for everybody else, but he's gonna give Garrett Wilson like knowledge and experiences that nobody on the Jets can give him. Like at some point, him and Aaron Rodgers was there, and Aaron Rodgers could like culture. But this is somebody's in your position, which is a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna teach him things that not a lot of receivers have. And this is like I'm not gonna say that Garrett Wilson is a bad receiver. He's not. He for his age, he's actually a great receiver. But I will not sit here and say that Garrett Wilson is like a top 15 receiver in the league. He's not.
Not top 15.
He's not top 15. I can name 15 receivers better than Garrett Wilson right now.
Name.
Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, CeeDee Lamb. If you could argue this, but McLaurin on the Commanders is better than Garrett Wilson. What's his name on the Steelers?
George Pickens.
George Pickens is better.
George Pickens is like a for sure better than Garrett Wilson.
It's close, but George Pickens is better.
I don't agree with that, but
You don't? Okay, we can take him off the board. I can still name 15 more. Stephon Diggs. What was that 9? So I need 6 more. Thinking of teams here. Amari Cooper. That's 10. Zay Flowers.
Whoa.
No.
You're getting carried away, buddy.
Okay. You can take him off the board too, but Zay Flowers is better.
I'm not gonna say like maybe. So this list is probably to your opinion, so I'll let it be. But Zay Flowers, no. George Pickens, no. Terry McLaurin, I respect that for sure.
Okay.
Everybody else on that list, I can respect. If you said Nico Collins, I would respect that.
I just didn't want.
If you say Nico Collins, I can't. Actually, I don't even know if I can respect that all the way. You can't say Chris Olave right now because Chris Olave's season is struggling.
What did I was at 10? Cooper Kupp.
No, not right now. You can't say that right now.
He's hurt, but if Cooper Kupp.
I mean, but like
healthy,
that's Cooper Kupp just has to be a non-factor.
Okay, Puka Nacua.
Okay, from one season.
Mike Evans.
Okay.
Chris Godwin. Okay.
Because my
thing
is like I'm not gonna say I just don't, it's like I'm not gonna say he's not top 15. Like I just think arguably like I think it just depends on your personal list. But
he's top 20 for sure, but he's right outside the top 15. He's not a top 15 receiver in the league.
I mean, if you say that, I get it, but I don't know. He's another thing you have to understand. Like it's unfortunate for the guy because like he hasn't had a quarterback, and the one year that the year that he thought he had a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers went out, and then now that Aaron Rodgers is back, obviously they're just now building chemistry. I think as the season progresses, I think Garrett Wilson's gonna heat up. I definitely expected him to start slow. I didn't expect Garrett Wilson to come out swinging. He scored a couple of touchdowns, I think. He's had an okay year so far, but I think he's gonna heat up. Like. That's another thing. Like, fantasy owners, man, there's so much more left in this season, bro. Like, don't give up yet. Like, there's so much more left in this season. Like, there are guys who are going to go from week 8 through week 17 and be insane. Like, it happens. So, we'll see, man. But
just to finish it off, there was 3 left. Jalen Reed.
See, I'm not gonna take that.
Jalen Reed is a better receiver right now.
Jalen Reed.
Jalen Reed on the Green Bay Packers. He's a better receiver.
Jalen Reed.
Yeah, he's a better receiver. Waddle. I said Waddle. Waddle, and okay, I'm not doing that one. No. Waddle is a better receiver.
I can say that. I mean, sure, but like, bro, what I'm more reacting to is Jaden Reed just started going insane. Like he was doing good last year, but like he wasn't the way he's doing now.
Not the way he's doing. Like
Garrett Wilson. All right, bro.
We're talking about with football. You always have to talk about in the now. You can't talk about in the past. You got to talk about in the now.
When I talk about football, I talk about in general.
Okay.
Sports in general. Like if we're talking about, that's why I didn't want to bring Cooper Kupp into this because of his injury. Like he's obviously a great receiver, but I'm not gonna like right now. If you that's another thing. So if you want to say it right now, you can't say Cooper Kupp. Okay. And there's people you can't say it. But like, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna put what's his name over Garrett Wilson, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
you're gonna put who?
Jaden Reed? Not right now. Like he has the potential to surpass Garrett Wilson, but at this point in time, I'm not gonna say Jaden Reed is like a clear favorite over Garrett Wilson. It's
what
like,
about
bro,
DJ Moore?
I'm a very big fan of DJ Moore, so I can go with that. I can allow that, but I'm trying to look into his stats from last season so we can really.
Oh, I'm sorry, my fault, Amari, my fault, St. Brown, my fault. I forgot to say him too.
Okay, yeah, Amari St. Brown for sure, 100%. Amari St. Brown is probably like top 5 receiver, top 7.
And to finish it off, I could go Davante Adams, Keenan Allen. That's it. But yeah,
I guess, right, bro. I'll let you have it, but there's some questionable names in there. That Jaden Reed one, I wasn't the biggest fan, bro. Especially being a Packers, you being a Cowboys fan, you want to just give that guy that credit.
But that's still 15. There's still people that you got to talk about.
I mean, I get that, but I just think like with the wide receiver business, I think things shift very, very fast. Like right now, you were saying he's not top 15. He could literally go crazy for the rest of the season.
He could,
and I think that's why we can't make that comment just yet. That's what I think. It's very hard because of a combination of him being young. This is his 3rd season, I think, and then it's his 1st season with an actual quarterback who is not just in and out of the game. There's just so much more. Anyways, we're getting distracted here. Let's really focus on what we need to talk about, because we also need to talk about Amari Cooper.
Oh, you know how the Browns changed? They traded him for a sandwich and a piece of gum.
Bro, what did they trade? What did they give up?
They gave up a 7th round pick.
I don't know how these things work. Somebody's getting paid, bro. Somebody's getting paid. Someone's getting something. Because what the hell?
I don't know what that is. That was a big, crazy steal from the Bills. And the Bills weren't necessarily the best team in the world. They weren't the worst. They were like right in the middle to where they're gonna make the playoffs. But now with Amari Cooper, they kind of like enter that conversation of, okay, are they gonna be elite now that they have a legitimate wide receiver 1 again?
Yeah, I think Amari Cooper is very great for the Bills, bro. Like it's gonna really help them out, bro. Like they're gonna. As long as Josh Allen doesn't start tweaking out, because that guy could just surprise you sometimes. But I think that was a good move. Like you don't really have a wide receiver 1. Keon Coleman is still figuring out his role as a rookie. He's getting his feet wet and all that. You have is it Shakir his name? You have him as a receiver as well. He's not your typical go-to wide receiver 1. So it's like you're just trying to distribute the ball everywhere. But you bring in Amari Cooper, who was a seasoned vet and one of the best route runners in the league. I think you can get some leadership in that locker room, that wide receiver locker room, and then also on the field. Like Amari Cooper has a lot left in that tank. So
yeah. I think what I like about both the Jets trade and both the Bills trade is the fact that they're getting aged assets who can still perform at a high level, but what they're going to do for the younger players is going to be so much beneficial than anything else, because you're now giving you're taking off pressure off Keon on the Bills. You're taking pressure off Garrett. So it's like you're letting these players get to almost like how they did with Jordan Love. You get to watch the starter sit back and learn. You get to sit back. You don't have much as pressure on you. Defenses aren't as focused on you as much, because now you'll probably drop down to wide receiver 2. But you get to use that experience and learn from personally some of the greatest route runners that we've ever seen. But
that's definitely I like that trade for them. That's good, at least for the Bills. That's good for them. As for the Browns, you keep taking Dookie, bro. Just keep taking it with you. I don't know, man. You're going back. I already said this. You're going back to 2012 Browns. You're going back to the 2012 Browns. I don't know if y'all remember that Browns, man. You're going back there, so I hope y'all figure it out.
Is what's his name still down there? He need to get out of there.
Who?
Myles Garrett. Yeah, he need to get out of there.
Oh man, Myles Garrett. They probably have him. They already. He had a new deal like not too long ago. So he's on the 360, bro.
He's trying to be the mayor of Cleveland. That's it. That's what he wants to do. I get it.
Guys trying to buy land out there. Good luck though. Last thing I'll say on Davante Adams, it's either this is gonna work really phenomenally, and it's gonna be amazing for them, or it's going to be a complete crap show.
Disaster.
Like everything is just gonna be confused. Somebody's gonna try and force the ball out of somebody's hands. And they already got Robert Saleh fired. Yeah. I don't even know what's behind that, but Jesus Christ, come on, bro. Yeah. But anyways, now we can focus on this guy. What do we do, man? What can we do legally about Jerry Jones?
Legally?
Because
nothing.
Because what is going on? Okay, so and you know what? What he did in that interview explains exactly what everyone has been saying as to why there hasn't been any alpha dog coach since Bill Parcells, or coach for the Cowboys, because he doesn't. I don't think Jerry Jones takes constructive criticism very well. I don't think he's the type of guy that will I don't think he's the type of guy that wants to be challenged by someone who he believes is beneath him. And that was just an example right there. You hire a radio host, of course. What the hell is he? What is his job? He's supposed to ask you those questions. Yeah. That's his job, and he asks you
those questions before too. That's the thing. They tell you before when you do interviews, they send you the list of questions that you're supposed to ask.
Send or no send, bro. You're the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, they're gonna ask you those questions, and you should be held accountable. Yeah, you're grown. You're the grownest of all men. Yeah. What are you doing? Why would you you literally acted like a child out there?
And funny enough, his birthday was literally not even that long. It was actually the same day the Cowboys
got exactly the same day we got our ass kicked.
Yeah.
And yes, I know you're mad. I'm mad too. But that's your fault because you didn't get Derrick Henry, you jackass.
You didn't get Derrick Henry, you didn't get Saquon. And then he signed Ezekiel Elliott and told us, yeah. I'm like that.
I love Zeke, bro, but let's be real here, man. I don't know how much Zeke has left in the tank, especially when you're trying to give him the heavy, you're trying to make, and then we don't even know who's our running back. Yeah. It's Zeke, Rico, and then we have Deuce Vaughn coming out. Who is our running back, bro? Yeah. Who's running back one? We don't know.
It's funny. Nobody talks about we have Dalvin Cook.
And he's not doing anything.
He's not there.
And we got the ghost of Dalvin Cook. Because James Cook is the new Dalvin Cook, and you didn't know. So it's just bro, what exactly is going on? And it's we have Derrick. Of course, they're going to ask you that question. Derrick Henry's number one in every running back stat. Touchdowns, rushing yards per carry, longest run. Do you not think he would have done it on the Cowboys too?
I mean, I don't think it would have really mattered because Jerry Jones didn't even do a good job of rebuilding the Cowboys' offensive line.
But Derrick Henry,
he would have made a way.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
out of all the running back, in our running back situation, especially with you not rebuilding that line, then you should try to get the best running back you possibly could. Yeah. Because Derrick Henry, he can. You got to bring him down. So if you can shove one guy, the first guy to come through, and he gets that speed, which people keep forgetting. Derrick Henry's very fast, bro.
He might not look it, but
he's just 6'3" and 350,000 pounds. So it's bro, of course he doesn't look that, but he's fast as hell. And it's just bro, you don't get him, you don't get Saquon, you don't get anybody. You trade away Tony Pollard. Yes, we said, okay, Tony Pollard is not the best in the red zone. We didn't say trade him away without a replacement. Yeah. You trade away Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is definitely doing better than every running back we have in that room right now. And then you get asked, put on the stand to answer the question, and what you say instead is throwing someone else's job. That tells you the kind of human being that you are, because it's bro, that's just another guy just doing his job. He's trying to make ends meet, trying to live his dream and progress in his career, and you're over here talking about I'll get someone else to do the job. What kind of on live, dude? Do you not know what that says about you as a person? Do you not have pride?
It's immaturity. It's
bro.
I think a lot of it is his ego gone to his head because it's almost like the situation back with the Last Dance where the Bulls owner was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I want the
It's
credit
that. It's
because-
actually exactly
because
that.
I won 6 rings because I drafted Jordan, Scotty, and I got Dennis to come over." It's in this situation he's, "Oh yeah, I got the big 3. I got Emmett, I got Troy Aikman, and I got help me
Michael
out here.
Irvin?
Yeah, and Michael Irvin. And we won 3 Super Bowls with them. And
Dude,
it's like
I'm
that's cool, but what have you done in the past almost 40 years? Or is it past 40 years at this point? I don't even know.
Bro, it's to the point that I don't know. Like it's actually very scary for me to think that the thought of us winning a Super Bowl actually, let me rephrase that. The thought of us making a Super Bowl doesn't seem very clear to me. Like I could almost see Texas Tech in the national championship Bucks to the Dallas Cowboys for the Super Bowl. Actually, no, that's too much because Tech doesn't even know what they're doing right now either. But
they're actually not doing that bad. They're actually, if I'm
I can go on a rant about what I don't agree with Tech doing right now.
Yeah,
and like that's insane. But
is it just Texas football teams?
I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna say this. If you get the first 5-star in history of the school and you're not utilizing him correctly in his first year, what the hell are we doing here? But anyways, Jerry Jones, on the other hand, yes, we won 5 Super Bowls, however many Super Bowls, such a long time ago. The last Super Bowl was before I was born. Like I don't even know. Like I never experienced anything with y'all. So it's just like, dude, you want to continue winning. And I understand, Jerry Jones, you're a businessman. That's fine. But when you put the business over everything completely at the utmost front, now you're being selfish and you don't care about your players. You don't care about your coaches. You don't care about your staff. All you care about is you and your family, which is messed up. And if that's the case, sell the team and go. You shouldn't be. If you care only about business, you should not be in sports business because it's sports business.
You gotta
it's
be
2 things.
successful to do something.
Like, bro, if all you care about is business, get out of it. Sell the team, take the money, and go start a different business that all you can do is make business, and that's all you care about. Because, bro, what are you doing, man?
It's just because it's just like, bro, you know what's crazy? Just take this, get comfortable. Get comfortable. We about to go on a trip. Right? Right now, in the present day, who's our quarterback?
Dak Prescott.
Who's our running back? Last year, who was our running back?
Tony Pollard.
Okay. And then who was our wide receiver 1?
CD.
Okay. Take a trip back 10 years ago. Do you know who our quarterback was about 10 years ago?
So this is 2024. Tony Romo, probably.
Who was our running back?
I don't think it was DeMarco Murray anymore. I don't think it was DeMarco. It was either DeMarco Murray. It probably wasn't him, but it was either DeMarco Murray or it was what's his name?
I know what you're talking about, but it was DeMarco. And then who was our wide receiver 1?
Des Bryant.
Exactly. We've been in the same loop
setup
for over 10 years. We haven't done anything. And even then when we asked him to get help for us, he didn't listen. And history has repeated itself again to where you have an elite quarterback, you have an elite wide receiver 1. We had an elite running back in Zeke at the time, but we wasted all of his good years. So now I don't even know if Zeke's even capable of replicating that again.
Like, dude, it's so crazy to see because I get it. You want your big 3. Like, that's very important. But it's like, dude, okay, you don't have to stop there. Like, thank you for getting Michael Parsons. Like, that's not even a problem, bro. It's just, I don't know. Like, we have the talent. The main problem has to start with, hey, man, you're probably a really good guy. Probably, have a great family, and I wish you the best, but we got to get rid of Mike McCarthy. We need an alpha dog coach. We need a coach who is going to tell Jerry Jones, no, I'm doing this without having to get fired.
Jerry Jones won't do it. He won't.
So that's why number 1, get Jerry Jones. Bro, I wish, bro, sell the team, bro. I don't need you to step down because I know you're just gonna give it to your son or someone in your family to where you're also going to be talking to them behind. But so I just need you to just sell the team to somebody who's ready to win. Sell the team, bro, please. Like, bro, like, dude, you're.
He doesn't know ball, bro.
What's the saying? You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Jerry Jones, you have become a villain in Dallas if you didn't know. Yeah. People are only smiling in your face because they don't want no problems. Even I don't know, man. I'm not going to speak for nobody. But for me specifically, I'm not a fan of Jerry Jones at all. I'm not. Great business-wise, sure. Great businessman. Wonderful businessman. And at some point, he was a winning businessman. I don't know what happened to the winning side of things.
Yeah, man.
It just makes sense, bro. At the time where we were winning, he hadn't he was obviously still very, 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 very successful, but he's accomplished so much more now, and I think he got to realize as he was growing older that, dude, I'm accomplishing more. Who the hell are you to tell me to do this and do that? And so, hey, you're fired. Hey, you're fired. Hey, get out of here. You're fired. Hence why we didn't go get Bill Belichick, and Mike McCarthy is still sitting there, even though, thankfully, we didn't re-sign him to a contract. He's just going to use the last year of contract. And you said it yourself, Jerry Jones. You're like, yeah, we're going to exploit that last year of contract to see how it works out. Why the hell do you not do the same thing with Dak Prescott then? There's so much more I can say, but
we've wasted money. We've wasted cap. We've wasted almost about, I want to say, about 17 years of my life.
Yeah. Jerry Jones, I cannot continue to be an interim Chiefs fan, bro. I get it. Wreck-em Tech, go Mahomes, bro. Love the guy. But, like, dude, for once, I want to, like, see my own team win or at least make the Super Bowl. Can I get that? Like, bro, if I can see the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, of course, even if losing would hurt, but it's like, at least I saw us to that level. I can't even see it right now. Like,
and even if we do get there, I feel like somehow we wouldn't even compete. I feel like it'll be one of those Super Bowls. You know when the Seahawks played
the Broncos,
the Broncos
like, I feel like
and
we'll
it got
get
blown out?
It'd
just be like that. Yeah, I just
like, dude, like, bro, we got beat. They almost put 50 on us, buddy.
It was
50.
No, you're not hearing me. It was so bad. It was so bad that they were throwing to offensive linemen. They were throwing the football.
They were doing whatever. Paneso scored a touch. Like, bro, they were doing whatever they wanted with us. Whatever. Like, when I say whatever, I mean whatever the hell they wanted to do with that ball, they were doing it.
I thought they were gonna fire Dan Campbell right there and then make him sign as a player so he could go out there and run a play. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have been surprised if I saw.
Can we fire you for 1 day, sign to a 1 day contract, then rehire you the same day?
Yeah.
Because what the hell is going on, bro? Like, and here's what I'll say. This is what I'll say to close this out. We're all human beings, man. You're a man. I'm a man. As a man, if you're going to continue to let people question your decision-making, question your winning ability, question what you can do for your team, and not do anything about it, but just sit there and try to be stubborn and feel like you know what you're doing correctly, I probably chose the wrong team to support then, unfortunately. But it's too late now. I'm not a bandwagon. I try to jump ship to the Houston Texans, but who am I kidding? I'm not doing that. So, yeah, man. You figure it out, bro. We'll continue to, I guess, watch and cheer in sadness as we continue to lose, because we're going to lose more.
Yeah.
If we continue this way. We still have the 49ers to play.
Oh, you know they say it only gets worse before it gets better. So
yeah. Well, maybe you know, and maybe positive. Like, maybe this will be one of those seasons to where, they started off the season with a losing record, but the second half they finished it and went all the way to the Super. You know that fake ass run that we had. I think it was in like 2018, where when we got Amari Cooper and he just we won, like we started off like 1-8 or something like that. We started like 3-5 and like finished like 8-1, something like that. And then we made the playoffs and made it to the second round, blah blah blah, which was I think the last time we made it past. Oh no, last time we made it past for the first round was the Bucks, but
we're never going to repeat that again. Jerry Jones refuses to trade. He refuses to do business for anybody. So I'm not even gonna have my hopes up.
It is what it is, man. Anyways, man, to close out, just want to go ahead and say this, man. I know we talk about football a lot. That's not all we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We got basketball coming up next week, a week from today, NBA basketball starts officially. I'm excited. Football and basketball together. We're gonna have a whole lot to talk about. Boston Celtics play the Knicks. The Knicks just got Anthony Towns. So much going on. Bronny and Braun are actually gonna be playing basketball together in the NBA. That's insane.
That's great.
I don't know if you saw Zach Edey, the rookie from Purdue. Tall, that guy's he's I think he's mashing the skyhook right now.
Oh wow.
He dropped 24 points yesterday in the preseason game. So he's found his system to score and it's working so far. So if he keeps doing that with Ja Morant, him, oh boy. Jared Jack, oh yeah, it's gonna get scary. Memphis might be back.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're gonna start talking about that once the season gets started, most likely by the next episode. Shout out to the Lakers. Hopefully we can win. Of course, always shout out to the home team, Mavs. I never support you when you play us, though. Just know that. But if you're playing anybody else, I'm looking your way. And then we'll see if the Boston defending champs can go back to back.
All right.
We did it. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe, comment. So much appreciation to everyone. And make sure to keep interacting. And any suggestions that y'all have for us, let us know. With that being said, guys, peace out, and y'all have a blessed week.